What's up, folks? Zen here. As you can see, it is March 26th, Friday, 12:18 in the afternoon. I found this in some box of junk that I had stored away. It has a satellite feed so that it maintains the correct time. Unfortunately, that is not the correct temperature. It is not 97 degrees out here, so can't rely on that for taking the temperature, but at least I'll always know what time and day it is. Porch projects for today. Drilling more holes in these Chobani cups. I've been collecting them. If you look at my trippy porch projects, no, not that one. I think it's my first ZTGS video. These were covering my summer squash plants that I had transplanted. Let's take a quick look. But the porch projects for today are drilling more holes in these Chobani cups because I'm going to use them to grow my new batch of seeds that I just got in the mail from Little Shop of Seeds. So that's one of the gardening channels that I like watching. I'll do a link to it. It's Praxis. It's a very nice, calm, relaxing series of gardening blogs that people enjoy watching. The Chobani Cups are a shout out to another gardening channel I watch, which is Project Diaries, a very lovely chap in England, Britain. But let's take a look at my summer squash. Rainwater collection barrel. I've been protecting these at night because I was afraid of insects chewing them up. You need to get them off on a good start. Animals digging them up, so they were covered. Pretty soon, they're going to outgrow the covering. Summer squash. Summer squash. I've got 4 of them. I had extra ones that germinated that I planted over on my Japanese pumpkin pile over here, which used to hold my poor dead fruit punch mango. But these are all Kabocha Japanese pumpkins. And then placed a summer squash over here and a summer squash over there. Blueberries are starting to darken up. And we finally have budding going on with my pluots. This is a Flavor King Pluot Plum Apricot Hybrid. Starting to leaf out. Beauty Plum already got blooms on it. Hopefully I'll get some kind of cross-pollination going on. This is supposed to be the pollinator for the pluots, but it's been acting wacky. It flowered late in the summer. It's flowering now. Here's the Dapple Dandy, starting to slightly break dormancy. Then I want to show you my prized possession right now. Over here. This area gets full morning sun, so early in the morning I bring my little specialties out here. This is all holding the sativa seeds for my cannabis grow. This is a black Madeira fig cutting, which I ordered off of Figbid from somebody called the FigDoctor. Somebody with like 600 reviews and ratings. So he's the guy to get the black Madeira from. So I ordered black Madeira, and this has been successfully rooted. It's a cutting tip from the black Madeira, and it's leafing out. This is one that I did. I'm currently rooting it. This is my little remote temperature sensor, which is a bit more accurate than that other one that you saw. And this is a cutting I took off the tip of the Violetta de Bordeaux, which I placed over here. This is my Violetta de Bordeaux fig tree that I picked up this winter. And I'm already air layering this section off of the tree. And I'm going to air layer this section off the tree. So then I'm just going to have a stick coming out, which I'm going to hopefully get branching coming out of the lower areas once I take the top off of this tree. So I'm going to have the cutting that I took off of this Violetta Bordeaux, which was the very tip of it. That's going to be grown in a pot. This section's going to be grown in a pot. This section is going to be grown in a pot. Then I'll have the rest of this growing. So I'm going to have 4 different Violetta de Bordeaux fig trees growing to complement my Black Mission fig, which I also took the top off of and planted in ground. Oh yeah, this is my new toy. My new $20 tripod from Amazon. I'm going to start taking wildlife videos of all the creatures that come out here that won't come out here when I'm here. But we'll be seeing all kinds of partying going on. The ground squirrels, the ravens, the little cheepers, the little peepers, the mourning doves, the bunny rabbits, and then the occasional hawk that comes here and feasts on the birds that I'm feeding. So I'm basically feeding a whole food chain here, feeding all the little birds, the rabbits, the quail, the ground squirrels, and then the occasional eagle and hawk that comes down and helps clean up, doing a little population control. Man, I got some weeding to do. These weeds grow fast. I wish my fruit trees would grow as fast as that. Let's see if we can focus on the Violetta de Bordeaux without me having to climb down there and risk tripping and breaking my head on a rock. But that there, you see that white stick coming out of the ground? That's the Black Mission fig that I planted in ground. So we're going to have a Black Mission fig tree growing here. But I've got weeding to do. And then, of course, preparing my little Chobani cups to hold soil. And do my little shop of seeds. See what we got. All right. We've got green leaf lettuce. We've got gourmet lettuce mix. I was watching Praxis's videos, and he was growing them in the house in his voodoo garden. And you can grow a head of lettuce in like a 5-gallon container and just grow a nice head of lettuce and just peel leaves off of it. Because that's the only time I eat lettuce. I'm not a salad eater, but I like to have a nice complement of veggies in sandwiches I make. So I like chopping up onions, chopping up the San Marzano tomatoes that I'm growing. And then I want some lettuce too, so I'm going to try to grow lettuce in containers on the porch, and not let the rabbits get to it. So we've got lettuce mix. We've got giant noble spinach. I'm going to try my hand at growing spinach, perhaps. I'm basically going to grow seedlings out of these cups, and whatever survives, if I've got extras, I'll plant out in the garden and see what happens with them. Large red cherry tomato. Hoshiko green onion. This is the actual real green onion that Asians love to use. It's the one that doesn't grow a giant bulb. It doesn't turn into a giant onion. The best part of the green onion that gives it a lot of flavor is the white part towards the base when you see them growing. And this is a specialty Asian variety of green onion. I think I'm just growing regular green onion. I'm letting mine go to seed now. They don't really taste as well now because they're all very mature. But you see how big and thick and monstrous they get. And it probably has big bulbs in the soil growing right now. But that Hoshiko green onion variety will be a lot more thinner and more tastier, and won't grow a giant big onion bulb. So we're going to have that growing. Last two, what do we have here? Blue curled kale. A really lovely looking type of kale that I'm going to see if I can grow out and then transplant out in the garden. It's decorative and it's nutritious. Blue curled kale. And finally, Italian basil. Time to grow some more basil. I tried this cardinal basil just for the heck of it. It's obviously ready to go into seed. I'm not harvesting any of the leaves off of it right now. But this is my cardinal basil. Here's aloe vera. I pulled this out of my little aloe vera area that I have growing. When I first came down here, this whole porch was covered with dead plants. Plants that were given as gifts to my mother. She doesn't know how to take care of anything. She's got the black thumb. A lot of dead things out here. A lot of things I tried to save. Amongst them was the aloe vera. I just planted it out here, and I didn't know that they replicate by pups. The root system grows another plant alongside. You see this? That's a pup growing. There's another pup growing. They just multiply. It's supposed to have, everybody knows about aloe vera, how it works on burns and that type of thing, but it's also an Asian delicacy. If you grow them out nice and large and healthy, which these aren't. They're not really that impressive because they're just growing out here in the wild. But I never watered these things. I just shoved these aloe vera plants that were all sickly in the pot, and I shoved them out here, and they've been multiplying. Look at the flowers here. They're supposed to have some kind of beneficial properties too. People use them, the flowers, medicinally. But I'm just growing them out here alongside my dragon fruit plant. But I've got more aloe vera. Boop, boop, boop. This is a passion fruit vine. Cutting I took off the passion fruit vine that I'm trying to grow over there along the fence line, which is kind of growing really sickly, but it's starting to get a little stronger and branch out or vine out. So passion fruit, Swiss chard. Well, we already talked about the black mission, but here's my other little patch of aloe vera that's starting to multiply and grow. Actually cut back some of the honeysuckle that was covering it just to get it more sun exposure. Look at this. Aloe vera multiplying. Alright, so that's it for today. I got my porch projects to get to. I got my weeding to get to. And all that good stuff. Hope everybody's doing well. Take care until the next time.